What if you could stop working at 40 and never need a paycheck again? It's not a fantasy. There's an exact number that makes it possible, and a movement of regular people already doing it. It's called FIRE, and by the end of this video you'll know your number, the math behind it, and the brutal trade-off nobody mentions. Here's the mindset shift. Retirement was never about an age. It's about a number. The day your investments can pay your bills forever, you're free, whether you're 65 or 40. Most people never calculate that number, so they work on autopilot for decades. FIRE flips it. Figure out the number first, then work backward. Let's find yours. The 25x rule. Your FIRE number is simple. Your annual expenses times 25. Spend $40,000 a year. You need $1 million. Spend $50,000. You need $1.25 million. Spend $80,000. $2 million. That multiple isn't random. It's tied to how much you can safely withdraw. The 4% rule. Once you hit your number, you withdraw about 4% a year, adjusting for inflation. And history says it should last roughly 30 years. 4% of $1 million is $40,000, exactly the expenses we started with. The math closes the loop. The retire at 40 catch. But retiring at 40 means funding 40 to 50 years, not 30. So many early retirees use a safer 3.5% withdrawal, which bumps the target up. At 3.5%, that $50,000 lifestyle needs about $1.43 million instead of $1.25 million. Longer retirement, bigger cushion. So how do regular earners get to $1 million plus by 40? One lever dominates everything: your savings rate. Most people save maybe 10% of their income. FIRE practitioners save 50% to 75%. That sounds extreme, but watch what it does. At a 50% savings rate, you're saving as much as you spend. Every year of work funds a full year of freedom. The math gets wild. Save 50% of your income, and you can reach financial independence in roughly 17 years. Save 65%, and it drops to around a decade. Your savings rate is powerful for two reasons at once. Every dollar you don't spend is a dollar invested, and it permanently lowers the lifestyle you have to fund forever. A lean life is cheaper to retire on. High income helps, but savings rate is the real engine. Now the part the highlight reels skip. A 50 to 75% savings rate means living on a fraction of what you earn for years. Smaller place, older car, way fewer impulse buys. That's a real sacrifice, and for some people it's not worth it. There's also the psychological side. Some people hit their number, retire at 40, and feel lost. Work gave them purpose and identity, and freedom without a plan can feel empty. FIRE isn't just a math problem. It's a life design problem. The number buys you options, not automatically happiness. The smartest people in this movement retire to something, not just from a job. The engine under all of this is the same one that built every fortune we've covered: compounding. When you save aggressively and invest it in low-cost index funds, your money starts earning money, and the snowball accelerates. In the early years, it feels painfully slow. Then it hits a tipping point where your investments grow faster than you could ever save, and that's when freedom arrives quickly. This is why starting early is everything. A 25-year-old saving hard can hit FIRE by 40. Start at 35 with the same plan, and the timeline stretches out. Not because the math changed, but because you handed compounding less time to work. Here's what most people don't realize. FIRE isn't one thing. There are 3 flavors, and picking the right one changes your number completely. First, there's lean FIRE. This is retiring on a bare-bones budget, say $25,000 a year. Your number is small, around $625,000, so you get there fast. But it demands a frugal life forever, with little margin for emergencies. It's freedom on hard mode. Then there's fat FIRE. This is retiring without sacrificing $100,000 a year or more, travel, comfort, the works. Your number balloons to $2.5 million or higher. It buys a rich lifestyle, but it takes far longer or a much bigger income to reach. And in the middle sits Coast Fire, maybe the most useful idea of all. Coast Fire means you front-load your investing early, then stop adding new money and just let compounding carry you to a normal retirement. Once you've invested enough young, you don't have to retire early. You just stop having to save. Your job now only needs to cover today's bills because your future is already funded. That takes the pressure off completely. The lesson is that retire at 40 isn't a single target. It's a spectrum. Some people grind to fat fire. Some accept lean fire to escape sooner. And many quietly hit Coast Fire and never stress about money again. Knowing which one you're actually aiming for is half the battle, because it tells you exactly how big your number needs to be and how hard you have to push to hit it. There's also a real risk early retirees plan around called sequence of returns risk. If the market crashes right after you retire, withdrawing during the dip can permanently damage your portfolio. That's the other reason the 40-year crowd uses a safer 3.5% rate and keeps a cash cushion to survive a bad first few years. So here's the actual playbook. Move 1. Calculate your number. Annual expenses times 25 and times closer to 28 or 30 if you want the safer 3.5% rule for a 40-year retirement. That's your target. Write it down. Move 2. Attack your savings rate. This is the lever. Cut the big 3, housing, transportation, food, not the lattes. Then funnel every freed-up dollar into investments. Aim to push your rate toward 40, 50, or more. Move 3. Invest it simply and automate. Low-cost index funds, automatic every month, left alone. Exactly the boring machine that works. Let compounding do the heavy lifting. Move 4. Decide what freedom is for. Before you get there, figure out what you'll retire to. The number is the easy part. A life worth retiring into is the real goal. So let's bring it home. Retiring at 40 isn't magic. It's a number. Your annual expenses times 25 or more for a longer retirement. You hit it by cranking your savings rate to 50% plus and letting index funds compound. The catch is the years of sacrifice and the need to retire to something, not just from work. Now I want to hear from you. What's your fire number? And would you actually live lean to hit it? Drop it in the comments. I read every one. If this gave you a real target, hit like, subscribe for a new What If breakdown every week, and share it with someone who dreams of quitting early. I'll see you in the next one.